Okay, good morning, and welcome back to another day of Hippo Cup 8 group stage, where we've got a long day ahead of us that I hope everybody is prepared for. This is the final day of groups, so we've got a lot of important matches. Gonna see situations of teams maybe getting out of groups, maybe not getting out of groups, maybe getting first in their group, maybe getting second in their group. A lot of important matches to be played over the next mostly 6 hours. We have originally 3 matches at this 14 UTC hour. One of them did get forfeited. Ellen Joe forfeiting to the Irishman 4. So they will go 0-3. They obviously cannot get through their group. They will be... It looks like they're very likely to be the only top seed to not get through their group. Which, if you watched their matches that they lost, is not actually that massive of a surprise, unfortunately. But also, right now, we are going to have -45 versus -45 against some Russian team name that I can't pronounce. That one's in Group E. That one has some implications on first and second in the group. And then here, in whatever group we're in here, what group are we even in here? Somebody help me. In Group F, we have Dadunai versus 42, which is group implications for most likely second place out of the group. So we will be hanging out with this one to start off proceedings for today. As always, you can stay updated on what's going on around the tournament on the main sheet. Live updates with scores as they go. In our never-ending pursuit of making sure we stream as many groups as possible, get as many unique teams as possible on the stream. This is our match 4 now. I think this should be a pretty interesting one. This is the mid seed versus low seed, but Dadunai is 1-1 currently and took the top seed Battle of HK all the way to a tiebreaker. And 42, I think they just got beaten relatively straightforwardly in their other couple matches, so gonna be a tough one. But since we weren't able to get Dadunai on stream at all for their previous couple of matches, I want to give them an opportunity here. I also would have felt a little bit biased putting one team, all 3 of any one team's matches on stream, especially when it's a top seed versus bottom seed matchup like it is in Group E there. But we might get a chance to check in on that. Who knows? This one could go fast. This one could go slow. So Dadunai Z numbers: Crystal, Kurumi, David, Ledo Fox, Survivor, X4, Vita, Dunai himself, and XE1Z1Z. Against Smoothie Cloud, Vivaru, Torin, ILX, Fess, Escase, Suzuha, and Uzumaki. 42's 9th player has actually been restricted. It was before any of their matches. They did not participate. Both their first 2 matches were yesterday. So it's not going to affect anything. They lost those matches anyway, so really just does not matter. The rare case that a restriction just does not matter at all because they didn't play it. I don't have to worry about emailing TCOM and going back and forth on replaying and stuff. But here we go into what we hold in court to start the match off. It is a couple of FCs, Vivaru and Suzuha. Not going to be enough, though, because Z-Numbers and Crystal holding as well. And there you go. 12 seconds in, we are 1 map in. And we have Dadunai up 1-0. Wow, how about that, guys? Oh, everybody's favorite map. It's a nice score from Vivaru, but the SS from Crystal, because of course. Wait, Crystal SS'd. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, because that's just a Crystal thing to do. That's just exceedingly Crystal thing to do. So well done, Crystal. Drops the SS. Dadunai gets the first point. And that was first pick from them, so Starting things off with a bang, as you do. Super Ack. Super Ack indeed. Maybe the song will just not play. Okay, good. The song is just not playing, so we're just going to put on some more lo-fi hip-hop vibes while we wait for the next map and to be picked and selected in the client, because this is much nicer than having to listen to What We Hold in Corn for the 5,000th time this weekend. So as I said, today very... No! Ugh. How many times do I have to hit sync music? What if I panic? Okay, panicking works. Alright, so as we were saying, today is a pretty important day. There's a lot of matches that matter a lot. 15 UTC hours, going to be Battle of HK versus Dota 3 in Group F. That one is for first place in the group. Battle of HK wins that. Even if Dadunai wins this match, Battle of HK will go through first. I don't know who goes through first in the case that Battle of HK loses. Following after that will be United States versus Nejimiliku. Obviously it's Russian. It's supposed to be pronounced in Russian, but I don't know what that's supposed to say in Russian. So it's the United States versus one of the Russian teams in their group. That one also has group implications. United States currently 1-1. That Russian team currently 1-0 and in their second match just now getting underway against -45 versus -45. So again, group implications there. 17 UTC is a triple block, which is really cool. That one, I think we're going to have Mike Nerds versus Irishman 4, because I believe that one has direct group implications on who wins and who gets second. Yeah, that's who wins and who gets second in Group G. Mike Nerds and Irishman 4 both confirmed to get out of that group as of now. They're both 2-0, but one of them will go 3-0, the other one will go 2-1. So that'll be determining who gets out of that group. At that same time, there's a couple other matches as well. Max Win versus Retirement Home in Group C, and Minimal Loss versus Alex Bullia Fan Club in Group H, which probably also have some form of group implications if I had to guess, but I don't know what they are offhand. Retirement Home has 2 different matches today, so that one's not going to like directly determine the outcome of that group. Minimal Loss versus Alex Bullia Fan Club is a team that's 0-2 against a team that's 1-1, so it's really the last match in that group that's going to be the one that matters. That'll be Meowing Simulator versus Gort. So that's a couple hours after that. That's the one that'll matter there. Yeah, it's a lot of group implications across the day for sure. Everybody put all of their matches yesterday and today, so it kind of makes sense that would happen. Anyway, we're going to go to map number 2 in this match. It's going to be Nomad 2. It's going to be UN. This is kind of a Nomad 2. It's got a fair amount of downtime filler in the first half or so, but the back half of this map definitely gets a ramping up in terms of difficulty. Will be where the streams come into play, will be what matters most. You're going to have Dunai, you're going to have David, you're going to see Crystal, you're going to see Z Numbers against Smoothie Cloud, Vivaru, Toren, and Suzuha. A really break from Dunai there, not what you want to see. Aim miss on the stream map, I suppose, is kind of traditional, but we've seen teams lose this because of one early miss before. I believe we've seen a 4-way on this last week at least. And it's really just about building up the combo into the ending, and that's a break from Smoothie Cloud, miss-aiming that slider where it slows down. Vivaru follows up with a miss on the little 1/3, and that's really bad for 42, because now Dadunai has 3 FCs and a big combo against just the 2 FCs of 42. They will take the lead over as we head into the back half of the map. As mentioned, this is where things are really going to kick off. You have to hold until now on kind of the aim section of the map, but then the streams come in. Difficulty graph will spike here. It's Dadunai to fall badly once more. Not going to be the end of the world as long as the triple FC continues to hold, but keep an eye on him. He's really struggling quite a bit, whereas his teammates are going off on this map. It's another break from Smoothie Cloud. You still have the double FC on Suzuha and Torin. There is still some opening here for 42, especially with Dadunai continuing to really have a bad time. Hidden Phil not going so well for him, but Smoothie Cloud having a similar amount of difficulty despite the accuracy staying high on him. And into the ending we go. It is just going to be Dadunai with the 3 FCs still holding against the 2 that will be in a good spot on this map into the ending. Couple million-point lead. Late miss from Suzuha. Crystal drops the back-to-back SSs on his first 2 maps of the match because, of course, he does. And Dadunai take the break point 2-0, goes the lead 1-100 on David, 5 100s on Z numbers. And despite Dadunai dropping a 12 miss B rank, it is Dadunai with the triple FC against just the 1 full combo from 42. Suzuha falling a little bit short at the ending there. But again, you know, if you're gonna have the amount of trouble that the team's had, right? You'd rather just have all of it concentrated on one player. Dadunai can just not be bothered with putting up a decent score, and it still doesn't matter because it was all him, triple FC and the other players. So a bit unfortunate there for 42, not able to take advantage of his problems. But Dadunai said, "We will triple FC this. We will take the point. It's a break." And a 2-0 lead quickly, just like that. With their own next pick to come to try to consolidate. And meanwhile, in our other match, E3, -45 versus -45, has taken the first point on the Russians they're facing. Got a little Nomad 6 action with their first pick there. Took the victory cleanly enough. And we are going to go into the DT pool. It is going to be DT6 as the pick here for Dadunai. Safe guess, Crystal will not continue his SS streak because SSing this would be absurd. This is our very slider aim heavy DT map. This is a pretty difficult one. One of the harder maps in the pool, I would say. Looking through... Yeah, this is really one of the more difficult maps that are, you know, we see kind of the quote-unquote worst performances on. Sorry, I'm fixing something real quick here. All right, in we go. It's David Survivor, Crystal Z numbers, Smoothie Cloud, Vivaru, Tora, and Suzuha. And Crystal's SS streak is indeed going to be broken early in this one. Early miss is going to be Z numbers, but he's followed by Smoothie Cloud, so it's a trade. 3 FCs against 3. Accuracy pretty similar, really. You're just not going to see good AC on this one. It's virtually impossible. It's going to be David to find the next break. So Triple FC, no, it's going to be Crystal as well. 1 FC left on Survivor X4 against a double on Vivaru and Torin, so that will be 42 taking the lead here. Torin with the slider break, so now 1v1 Vivaru versus Survivor. A little bit of backing combo starting to build up on Z numbers, and David, Crystal as well, lagging just a tad behind the score. Dead even, gonna flicker over their way, but it's another break from Crystal, not gonna help matters out. Suzuha, though, falls, and back and forth we go here. Vivaru and Survivor holding a double FC into the ending, at accuracy and hidden advantage to 42, but overall combo advantage ever so slightly in favor of Dadunai. Torin with a break here near the end, that might be a nail in the coffin for them. And indeed it is. It'll be Dadunai to take the point. 300,000 is all. That was very close, very contested. A lot of players struggling quite a bit with that one. But in the end, despite the hidden FC on Vivaru, Survivor just close enough to matching him that the rest of the team could keep up and take the victory. 3-0. Now Dadunai, they consolidate the break point. They move even closer to getting through this match. Now they just have to win a couple picks of their own, and they'll be set. As you can see, that map is just difficult, man. Like, you just do not get great scores on it. Hidden FC with 90, or FC with 94 AC, Hidden FC with 95 AC. Like, that's actually some of the better scores you're gonna see on it. Which is crazy. It's just so hard to have good accuracy on a map like that. Even with V1, I mean, obviously V2, this would be like unreal when you're not in slider AC. It does appear that we're going to get the extremely rare Hard Rock 1 pick. We have really not seen very many of these. This map has been very much left alone in the pool. It is really the most difficult aim pick in a pool that doesn't have much aim in it. You know, you have Nomad 1, which is 5.8 stars. You have DT1, which is not that difficult to aim. Has aim components, but isn't that difficult to aim. Other than that, not a whole lot of aim to be had here. But this one really jumps out at you for the aim requirement, the slightly smaller circles as well. Base CS on this, I think, is 4.3. It's 5.6? Yeah, 5.6 after Hard Rock. And just that slightly awkward lossy style that you see so often. Players have not seemed to be really in love with this map, but will be the selection here as 42 tries to avoid falling behind even farther. Meanwhile, in the extremely slow-moving other match, it is now 1-1 with the Russian team having tied up -45 versus -45. They are 20 minutes in. They played 2 maps. We're 20 minutes in. We played 3. I guess it's fine. We also had a Wowie holding corn. All right. Looks like we are ready to go here. David, Survivor, Crystal, Lado, Fox against Smoothie, Cloud, Vivaru, ILX, and Suzuha. Well, Hard Rock aim action. Something a little more plain after that really tricky Slider Tech DT map. But still pretty difficult. Got some wiggle streams, got the aim components to it as mentioned. And away we shall go. It's going to be the Hiddens on Smoothie Cloud, Vivaru, and on David and Ladofox. Survivor, Crystal, Ilex, and Suzuha, the Hard Rock only players. See if Crystal can reclaim his form after not having the greatest time on that DT. This is a super FCable Crystal map. Always a very strong Hard Rock player. Early breaks traded by Ladofox and Suzuha. Smoothie Cloud to follow up. Seems to struggle a little bit with those slow sliders. Had that issue on Nomad too. See him struggling with the accuracy as well, down at 88. But Ladofox at 93. It is certainly reasonable enough to have some accuracy trouble on this pick. And into the first Ki we will go. Dadunai holding a small lead. Really not a whole lot different in the combo, just a couple hundred at most. I don't even think it's that much. Everybody makes it through those couple bursts. The slightly awkward aim patterns, slightly awkward sliders you can see here. Little jumps here and there as well as these triples. It's going to be a miss aim from Smoothie Cloud, falling once more. Appears to be maybe getting fourth playered a little on the maps that they are in for. You hate to see it. Always unfortunate to be in that position. It's going to expand out Dadunai's lead a bit more as they maintain their triple FC, and Ladofox, just the early break, has recovered well since then. Another break from Suzuha comes out as well as from Smoothie Cloud again, so it's Vivaru and ILX on the double FC with no support whatsoever. Dadunai going to run with this here as we pass the 1/3 mark in this map. Smoothie Cloud, man. Oof. Doesn't have mouse buttons on or anything. Not really sure what's going on over there. Very tough to see somebody struggling that much. And there's a break from Vivaru. One of those 2FCs now gone from 42. It is ILX, the only full combo remaining over there. 99 AC, he's doing well for himself. But just no support, right? Meanwhile, Dadunai just chilling. Triple FC and Ladofox only 80 combo behind. You've got Crystal leading the way. Ladofox with the second break. But Crystal leading the way on that 99.6 AC. David and Survivor holding solid accuracy on their FCs as well. ILX shoutouts, doing everything he can for 42 here, but it's just not mattering much. This is a very impressive team score here from Dadunai, even with the break from Survivor coming in. David and Crystal dropping the double FC so far. Still a little under a quarter of the map to go, but this one is well in hand for the Chinese team. We will just play out the last few moments of the map. See if ILX can be a bright spot here, at least for 42. Drop an FC, perhaps, despite the rest of the team struggling as much as they have. Vivaru, the only other member to even reach the 10 million point margin. It will look to be Crystal. Let's see. Just got to close this out in the last couple patterns of the map. And he will break on the last jump pattern. It's going to be ILX dropping the only FC in the lobby, so well done to him. But the smallest of bright spots for a team that really struggled heavily with that pick. Dadunai just better across the board. Only two. You did have Vivaru better than Ladofox's score, and ILX, of course, the best score in the lobby. But other than that, Dadunai just dominant. 4-0 goes the score, double break. Match points the rest of the way through. And then we'll go into Nomad 3 as the potential last pick of this match. Not a map we've seen very much either. Just a very rare back-to-back Hard Rock 1 Nomad 3. I would hazard a guess that that back-to-back map combo has not happened yet in this round. Because it is just, these are just not popular maps in this pool. This is actually a banger, so I'm okay with it. A little 2.5 minute long alt pick. Little flow, little snap. Alden alt pick, which, you know, normally you think of Alden, I feel like you think of Nomad 1s or similar, you know, aim slot picks. But this is instead an alt map. The song kind of goes crazy. I do not know what's going on in minus 45 against the Russian team. They're at 1-1 still. For some reason, that match is just taking an eternity. Oh, make that 2-1 as minus 45 puts up a second point on the board. Oh, they picked Nomad 4. Okay, well, that'll do it. That is just a really long map. Anyhow, in we go to Nomad 3, possibly the last map of this match. Possibly, I think this could be the last map of the tournament for 42. Yeah, if they lose this, they are eliminated. So, last gasp effort here. We got XZ, Dadunai, David, and Ledo Fox, Smoothie Cloud, Vivaro, ILX, and Toren. See if 42 can get a point on the board at least for posterity, if nothing else. They have struggled a lot on many a map in this pool. But perhaps this is where they can put one up at least, avoid the sweep. Feels like we've not had a whole ton of sweeps, really. But they're going to be possibly falling victim to 2 of them. At a quick glance, it's, let's see, 3, 4... Okay, maybe it is a lot. But there are a lot of top seeds sweeping people. More than I realized. All right. Couple breaks here. It's Dadunai and David to fall. ILX Smoothie Cloud trading it out. Double FC against double FC, but score advantage to 42. There goes Ledo Fox as well. Notably no Crystalline for this one. Vivaro will be the next to break. Toren falls also. So 42 now without any real meaningful combo whatsoever. Meanwhile, XZ up at the top left there, still holding the full combo. He can pull this score back on his own quite comfortably at the current rate of combo across the map, especially with this sort of slower part to build up a little free score. The lead goes over to Dadunai for the first time this map. As we hit halfway, about a 500k lead for Dadunai. We're going to head into the next Ki. Though, will they all hit this flow pattern? No, they will not. It's big breaks. XZ, Dadunai, Vivaro, Toren, all to fall. David, Ledo Fox, Smoothie Cloud, ILX. There goes Ledo Fox. And the opportunity is there for 42 once more. Smoothie Cloud does break, so a 1 versus 1. ILX wins that over David. How long can ILX hold? Because that's enough combo to pull this over. At least for now, keeping it going and taking the lead back. Of all the maps to end up being the close one, it is the Nomad 3 here. This is what Dadunai gets for not putting Crystal in, I fear. Because he would absolutely be FCing this, right? Like, you feel that he would just be full comboing this. But instead, it's ILX on the side of 42 here to hold the big combo and to build him up a little bit of a lead here. It's over 1 million points, and there's not a lot of time left. It would need to be a full collapse from 42, and Dadunai holding the rest of the way to have any sort of chance at bringing this back. But ILX doing a great job. Just the last little portion of the map to go. ILX does find a big break. Okay, it's a full reset for 42. Oh no, XZ, Dadunai, and David all holding into the ending. They've got some time here. They've got some combo here. The score will go over. Oh, that's heartbreak for 42. They had the opportunity to put a point up on the board, but instead Dadunai holds into the ending. And that is going to be the 5-0 sweep for the Chinese team. They take the match. And they will move to 2-1 in the group. With a positive point differential of +6. They did lose to Dota 3 in their... Oh, God, my ears. In their loss. So it's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to depend on Battle of HK versus Dota 3. If Battle of HK win that match, then they go through along with Dadunai. If Dota 3 wins that match, well, I think it would have to be literally a 5-0 win for Dota 3 because their point differential is only +1. So they would need a 5-0 to get to a +6 point differential. I think that one is likely untenable, but we'll have it on stream, so we'll be able to see what happens with that one any which way. For now, it's Dadunai with the 5-0 win over 42, so they're going to end this Russian team's tournament just like that. They go 0-3, only able to, unfortunately, put up 2 total points. But Dadunai get 2 wins on the board and will very likely be moving through the group as either the top or the second seed out of this Group F. And we do have some time, of course, before the next match. We have about 25 minutes, so we will take a peek in on -45 versus -45 against that, whatever that team name is. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. So we're going to peek in on this for a moment. We're going to get a couple of matches with this team today. So this one lagging a bit behind for whatever reason. This match not nearly so far through. It is 2-1 in favor of -45 currently. This is the Russian team's pick here of the 3-mod 2. And we'll get through this map and then I'll briefly introduce the rosters and such. Looks like a quad FC here for -45, 2/3 of the way through. Break has come from Slimwish on the Russian side only, so triple FC is still over there. Definitely still in touch on this. Little overmod for -45, double hard rock with Yoke Spy on the hidden. Overmod for the other team pretty heavily, triple hard rock with HDHR on their remaining players, so a lot of mods over there. But it's that big gap between Slimwish and the FCs that's going to make up the difference in this score. There's a break from Haunt late on. It's a 7 million score lead, though. 500, 600 combo does not make that up on its own. Slimwish doing what they can, but I don't think it's going to matter. Like, you just can't make up that kind of score, even with a decently combo-dense ending section of this stream here. And while it gets reasonably close, 6 million, it's not enough. And that is a break point. We turn in at an opportune moment, I suppose, for -45. As they take the lead 3-1 in this match. So, -45 versus -45. Top seed here in Group E. Captain Yokespie, Chile Pair Hanori, Knight, Fiery Rage, Haunt, Escrupulio, Sigi, and Wiran. And they're taking on that other team. Again, like, if anybody knows how you're supposed to pronounce that, let me know. I have no freaking clue. I'm not Russian. So that is completely meaningless gibberish to my eyes. But they are Oozer or User. I'm not really sure. Probably User, I guess. Shadever, Alsper05, Papasana, Slimwish, Endura, Fragrance of Page, but that's with a 0 instead of an O. which means that is the artist formerly known as Revexy, InChange, and Flover1SS. And so this is a Group E matchup, as mentioned. If minus 45 win this, they will be most likely guaranteed a spot in the next round. If the Russian team wins this, they'll go to 2-0, whereas minus 45 will go to 1-2. So that would mean it could come down to them versus United States to determine who gets out of the group. So it could be very interesting here. Pelmeshki. I don't know whether to believe that. Where is any of that? I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe Twitch chat. This might be really loud. I apologize in advance.
Nie любимо і кау.
Okay, whatever that was not the same at all, but also that's Google Translate, and I don't, can you even trust Google Translate? I don't know what you can trust. Wait, so is the N at the start supposed to be like the P? Like the one that looks like pi? Is that what that is? Is that N supposed to be like the Cyrillic version of pi? All right, anyway, it's time to hold some corn. We've got 12 seconds ahead of us. If minus 45 can win this, they'll be up 4-1. It'll be a good spot. This is dangerous place to go after winning a break point, but I can respect it. Just throw caution to the wind. You got Alsper breaking, Endura breaking, Fragrance of Page, Revexy breaking. It's holding for Knight, Yolkspy, and Fiery. Are we going to see a triple FC out of minus 45? Holy moly. Wowzers. That is a 150 gets you an A rank FC on this. That is insane. 150 gets you an A rank FC. I had not noticed that until just now. That's mind-boggling, actually. Wow. Well, that's kind of cool. Wowie holding corn confirmed skill-based pick. They've played it 3 times and they've won it all 3. That's pretty wild, actually. All right. Well, 4-1 goes the score, minus 45 in the lead. Match points the rest of the way for them. And it's going to be a Fremont 1 pick here. Which, I'm just a big fan of this Fremont 1, honestly. Like, Delphine up here, banger. Cool map. Little rhythm changing. 1-4, 1-3, 1-6. You got some little bursts. You got some little finger control going on. A little bit of aim as well. Apraxia Mario Kart Wii. Actually, so true. As we await the players to join and ready. It's all must-wins the rest of the way through. Down 4-1. Now this team can still get through if even losing this match. All they would have to do is beat the United States in their last match. So, tournament not over for them, even if they lose this point in this match. We'll come down to the last match of the group. I believe minus 45 will confirm they go through if they win this. We'll check that in a moment. Looks like we are set to go. Chili Chef's coming out. So we've got Fiery, Yolkspie, Haunt, Sigi, Alsper, Revexi, Papasanos, and Slimwish. And away we go. Let's check on our mods. One hidden, one hard rock on Alsper and Revexi. A hidden and an HDHR for minus 45, Fiery, and Yolkspie. Other 4 players. Well, actually, let's check. Freaking mod's not loading. Okay, nope. All the other 4 players are going to all be on Nomad. And let's see if any of those were real breaks or if that was just some Bancho action. Yolkspie with a real break. Fiery, Hunt, Sigi holding. Fragrance Page, Papasanos, and Slimwish on the FCs as well. No, it's a Alsper held, so it is a 4-way still. Thank you, Bancho. Big fan. So it's just Yolkspie falling a bit behind. Also, the accuracy really struggling. So looking like a maybe good pick here from the team that I've been told is called Pelmeshki, or something similar to that. Obviously, my Russian is non-existent. See if they can continue to hold, though. It's a 4-way, but there's still a quarter of the map to go, and their lead is only a couple 100,000 points. Really not a massive margin, but it's another break from Yolkspie, and that may seal the deal here. Just the last few circles to come. Will it be a 4-way FC? It will be. Well played. Didn't realize that map was quite that easy. Oh, it's a 1 miss. Did Slimwish miss, like, the 3rd circle of the map, bro? And he must have missed, like, the 3rd circle of the map. That's crazy. Alright, Yolkspie got 4th playered real hard there. Boy, Yolkspie got 4th playered hard. Yikes. I feel like they... respectfully, I feel like minus 45 could have had somebody in for that could have probably put up a better score. I mean, all due respect, obviously, to Yolkspie, but, like, I feel that they probably could have had a better performance than a B-rank 4 miss 91 AC. I don't know. Not really sure what the story was there. But it gets another point on the board for the Russian roster here. Still got to win the next 2 just to force the tiebreaker. So minus 45 still not in a bad place, by any means. But, not necessarily how you'd want to lose that pick. So minus 45, last pick of this match to come here. They went Nomad 6, Nomad 4, DT3. And they're going to go Hard Rock 2 here as their last pick. So we're going to go Hard Rock Alt. Flowy Hard Rock Alt as the final pick for minus 45 in this match. I don't hate it. Obviously, really haven't played anything comparable to this as of yet. I don't dislike this pick in a vacuum objectively. You got to figure they're probably pretty good at it. Most of the top teams seem to be pretty good at this map. And it's just Hard Rock Flowy Alt, right? Nothing super crazy. Well, there's nobody from that team in the lobby. It's Alsper versus 4. We're just gonna chill for a bit, I guess. All right, you've got Fragrance 0 of Page in the lobby, Papasanas in the lobby, waiting one more. Endura looks to be the 4th for Halmeshki. Chillier Yokes, Haunt, and Fiery for minus 45. Chili Chef's coming out. Looks like we should be set to go here. See if minus 45 can close the match. 5-2. Get their spot in the next round secured. And away we go. It will be the Hiddens on Chillier and Yolks Pie, as well as on Alsper and Papasanas. No mods on the other 4, or Hard Rock only on the other 4. Haunt, hope he doesn't have mouse buttons on. Cheat. Sorry if I'm misremembering. Early break from Yolks Pie on that first spaced flow pattern. Right at the start. Gotta find some comfort here. I'd rather not give away an early advantage on the easier portion of the map. It's going to be a trade back from Endura. 3 FCs against 3. Combo lead will go to minus 45. Once more, Yolks Pie struggling a bit on the accuracy, but keeping the combo up now. Other 3 looking good. Similarly on the other side. Good AC FCs on 3 members. 1 player slightly behind. Endura does have the accuracy lead over Yolks Pie, but Yolks Pie has the combo advantage plus the hidden advantage. Small lead to minus 45, but nothing to write home about as of yet. Still third of the map to come. It's a big break from Fiery and Papasanas traded. Endura follows up as well. So 2 FCs against 2, but Yolks Pie on that big backing combo. We'll see if Alsper and Fragrance and Page can continue to hold on, matching the double FC of Chillier and Haunt. They're going to need some help, though, with Yolks Pie only about 50 combo behind the FCs. That lead builds to about 1.5 million and growing into the last bit of the map. Fiery struggles a bit here, but Endura trades. All about those 4 FCs still on the board. Chillier does fall. No backing combo for Alsper and Ferguson Page, though, and Yolks Pie, meanwhile, backing up Haunt. There they both go. Double FC gone in the last moment, and minus 45 are going to take it. SS on Haunt, well done there. 1 slider break for Fragrance 0F Page. No SS there either, sadly. But that is minus 45 taking the point, and with it, they will take the match. And they go to 2-1 in the group, which means they are guaranteed to advance out of Group E. I believe the likely outcome is that they will, I think they will most likely come second in the group, depending on if United States win against the team that we just saw in an hour, I believe United States goes through as the number 1, and minus 45 goes through as the number 2. If Palmeshki goes through over United States, then minus 45 could be the 1 seed, but it's tough. So the big thing here is that United States, one match went to tiebreaker, and the match they lost was 5-2. So they did not really do themselves any favors in terms of building up a positive point differential. They're 2-1 in win-loss, but their point differential is only positive 1, which really opens the door for United States. If they win, they'll have a positive at least 3 point differential, so they will go through as the top seed with minus 45 as the 2nd seed. So that's going to come down to that last match, which we will have on stream in an hour. That one's at 16 UTC. That's 11 Eastern. For the Americans here. So that one's going to be a very interesting one to keep an eye out. Minus 45 is guaranteed to go through, but it's just a matter of whether it'll be as the number 1 or the number 2 seed out of that group. But that is going to do it for our first little block, our first hour of the day, 14 UTC. We have the 2 matches now completed. Dadunai 5-0 and minus 45 5-2 winners. So we will have a short little break here, about 5-10 minutes before our next match. We'll be hopping down to Group F. It'll be the last match of that group, and it will decide first and second place in that group. It's going to be Battle of HK versus Dota 3, 15 UTC, coming up in just a few minutes. For now, congratulations to our winners, and thank you for being here. We will see you guys in just a little bit.